In this video, we're going to talk about Module 1, Topic 2, Lesson 6, Part 1, and this is the second video for these notes. So in the first video, we went through the first few examples, and so now we're getting to where we're doing the operations, and this is where we're going to learn how to do a calculator. Okay, so if you have your handheld calculator, you can do these operations in the calculator. So we're going to start with a new document, no to saving. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a calculator, which is number 1. And so we're going to type this in exactly as we see it. So we have 3 plus 2, and now this is where you have to be careful. You do not want to use this I here. Instead, you want to come over to this pi button, press the pi button, and then go over to that I. And we have minus 1 minus 6i, again hit that pi button, go over to I. So then you double check to make sure it's typed in exactly as it's written out. You press enter, and notice that we get the same thing that we got here, 2 plus 8i. Okay. If we go down to this one right here, we would type in 5i, times 3 minus 2i, press enter, 10 plus 15i, 15i plus 10 is what we got. Okay, if we come over to this one right here, we have our parentheses, 5 plus 3i, times 2 minus 3i, type it in, press enter, 19 minus 9i, and that's what we got, 19 minus 9i. Okay, so now on the last page, I do have the calculator steps showing you how to do everything, showing you where the button is, how to get the I. Okay, and so now we're going to determine the product. So one thing I do want to show is that if you use the wrong I, you're going to get an error message. So if you do 2 plus this I right here, okay, and then 2 minus this I, you press enter, notice you get an error message because that I is not the same I that we're using. So when you do this, you want to make sure that you're using the correct I by hitting the pi button. Like that. You press enter, you get 5. So that is your answer for this one, 5. Okay, so on the next one, we have 1/2 plus I times 1/2 minus I. So get our fraction, 1/2 plus I times 1/2 minus I. Press enter, you get 5/4. Okay, going on to the next one. 3 plus 2i, 3 minus 2i. Three plus 2i, 3 minus 2i, that is 13. And then our last example, 1 minus 3i, 1 plus 2i, or 1 plus 3i. And that gave us 10. So what I want us to notice is what did we get for each product when we did this? Well, notice that each product we got was just a number, okay? But that's not always the case. So why did we get a number on those but not a number on this one when we multiplied? Because we are doing the multiplication. And the reason because is when we're multiplying, these two things are very different. When you look here, these things are similar. The only thing that changes is the sign in the middle. So when you multiply a number by its complex conjugate, you will get a single number as an answer. A complex conjugate is when you have the same number, but the sign of the imaginary part changes. So all of these are multiplying complex conjugates together, versus over here, we did not multiply complex conjugates together. Okay, so that's why all of those were numbers and not the one that we did previously. So that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, please make sure you write them down so I can help you out.